you speak keep falling down. I don't wanna play your silly games, but I know that I can't change who you are. Now I know you made me lose control. You took my mind. You took my mind. Now I know you made me lose control. You took my mind. You took my mind.
E-Gaming Bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck. What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Hello everybody and welcome back to DotaPit Season 4. I'm Toby1, this is Capitalist, and we're here for our last series of the night.
It feels like maybe it's just been
A
a
long
long time since we've done this many games in a row, but
The games were also like stretching to hour.
Yeah, that's really what it is. That Liquid series took so long.
The second game of the first series as well was one of those like those painful. It's going to end, and we're waiting for it to end kind of things.
Actually, I feel like both of them were.
Yeah.
The second game, there was like oh my god, maybe HR can come back, but at the same time, before that point where Liquid kind of threw, and even after that point, it was just like Liquid still have a 90% chance to win.
Yeah. Still, like, that's the best kind of games though, where there's that 10% glimmer of hope. Like that's the dream. That's the dream right there.
To ban.
At least for a caster. Maybe not for the players. If you're in that 10% group, then you're just like, oh, come on.
Team Empire.
It's a dream if you actually do come back as a caster.
Yeah.
Team Empire, Spirit Breaker, and Vengeful Spirit. Why am I not surprised? Seem to really like these two. Darkseer and Lone Druid going to be picked up by Team Liquid. Lifestealer being banned away by Team Empire. They're like, nope.
Taking no chance.
Nope. You have a Darkseer. We know what you can do.
It's
Let's
also the
not
fact
even
you got a
touch
Lone
it.
Druid. Like, that Lone Druid's actually able to add pressure, unlike the previous lineups where they didn't have Death Prophet, they didn't have Lone Druid. So, yeah. They're not going to do it that time around. But Team Liquid, you notice there's still a Chen inside the pool. That's available if they want to try and play the micro-intensive jungler like that.
10 seconds
They
remaining.
have other options.
Death
5
Prophet
seconds
Enchantress,
remaining.
Lifestealer Tusk. Team Empire here.
Reserve time.
Because we know 2 of the 3 cores, and they're rather tanky heroes.
Zeus.
How do you want to approach this? Zeus is definitely, I think, a pretty good start
turn
here.
To pick.
At the same
I actually
time,
think that Slark is pretty good in this kind of lineup, even if people feel like
you're saying
Slark
Slark
is
for Liquid?
For Team Empire.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I'd be a little concerned because Gyrocopter's still in the pool here for Team Liquid, and the synergy
they
with the
can't
Darks
fit it
is-
in. I don't
can't?
think. I mean, do you run a
trick.
Lone
Yeah,
Druid
what
mid?
do you want to do? Like, there's a
10
Batumman Lone
seconds
Druid and a
remaining.
Darkseer. Well, then again, we were also staring at the barrel of a potentially support
5
Darkseer
seconds
in the
remaining.
in the first
Yeah.
game of Team Liquid.
Yeah, that was some weird stuff.
Reserve
It
time.
was, but the synergy is still there. You still get your jungle out of it, so it's not that bad.
Team Liquid, I think they might as well
Witch
pick up their
Doctor.
puck in this 3-4 area.
Team Empire's turn to pick.
I can't see anything really wrong with it, except for the fact you're facing Zeus. Actually, that is that's not something that's very fun.
I found out some information, Cap. I can share some information, Cap. Not in that one. No, not in
10
that conference.
seconds
Oh,
remaining.
okay. What's the information?
We're allowed to tell people.
5 seconds
Oh,
remaining.
I don't want to do it now. No.
You don't want to do it now?
No,
Okay, we'll tell
I don't
people
know.
later. There's a little bit of information to come out later.
Team Liquid's turn
Follow
to
our
pick.
Twitter.
Spectre. Okay, yeah, Spectre is probably the other one.
We
Spectre's probably the
keep
other one.
seeing this hero appearing time and time again, and I always get worried that she misses the window until there's this one huge ass fight when someone does so much prep damage he just comes in and cleans up the rest. And I'm like, oh wow, Spectre's a real hero
10
now. You need to have like an
seconds
injection of golden experience to make it work.
5 seconds
I'm just
remaining.
worried that Team Empire plays such a risky strat when Team Empire, like, they have shown
Reserve
time and
time.
time again over the last few days that they will go into very risky strats.
For me, when I was thinking about the Slark, I was thinking of just what would deal with a tanky hero. But I think Spectre is pretty good as well in this regards. The danger is going to be the Maledict from the Witch Doctor. That is actually probably the most dangerous thing, surprisingly enough, like out of everything. But supports in general will usually just melt to Spectre, so
Yeah.
they may never have that chance to get a Maledict out.
Maybe that's when you start looking towards like those support items for a Witch Doctor.
Team Empire's turn to
I don't know if you want to go into Glimmer Cape this, like if that's the way to get away from the Spectre. If it's worthwhile going an early Ghost Scepter on the Witch Doctor, so the Spectre can't kill you that way. But this is kind of like a different game with the Spectre, where he should still be building for a Radiance.
10 seconds
Because you don't have that
remaining.
Lone Druid in the lineup with Team Empire. So Ghost Scepter actually won't save you from that. Glimmer Cape you'll still burn a little bit, but at least you won't take the Desolate attack damage, which is what's going to kill you.
Turn to ban.
So the Dazzle is the last ban out. That would have allowed Witch Doctor to finish everything. As in, finish his ulti duration. But you got a Viper, a Lone Druid, and a Darkseer. Once the mech is up, these are 3 very tanky heroes to get through, plus the bear.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm presuming. Oh yeah. I was like,
Hey.
I was thinking about like
Liquids,
potential
turn to
offlaners, but then I was in my mind I was conflicted because I was like, what offlaner would be good here if they chose to, for once, not have Havos play the Spirit Breaker, or have him play the Spirit Breaker from a 4 position and open up a different offlaner. But yeah, the Ancient Apparition. Clearly, because for all the reasons you were talking
10
about.
seconds
The
remaining.
tankiness, mech,
Yeah.
percentage space damage is
5
always going to be good, which is
seconds
the reason
remaining.
that the Zeus was a great pickup, by the way.
And if Team Liquid
That's
was
very
actually
good.
considering going, it is a support Seer.
Oh
It is a support Darkseer.
Woo, Liquid.
We had an inkling during the previous draft that that's what was happening. I'm assuming Team Liquid are doing this in scrim somewhere. Hence, like, the bans went that way previously.
What a weird pickup. So now Mind Control is going to be playing the Lone Druid offlane? Man, he's such, like, Darkseer is
Well,
so
do you have to
signature
do
for
that?
him.
Like you could look back at the guy who's playing Spirit Breaker right now. He used to run a Juggernaut offlane. You could get away with that. It's not
maybe.
really the
I
thing.
doubt it.
And Team Liquid do have enough, like their players have done enough roles. Like, Kuro has played basically every role in his time of
10
Dota.
seconds
Like,
remaining.
he could be thrown to the offlane. And Mind Control can play that comfortable hero of the Darkseer.
5
Did he ever play
seconds
offlane?
remaining.
He played carry.
He
Did
played
play mid?
support, he
mid?
played mid, he played one position.
Yeah.
I think there was a small period of time when he was on Team GGNet that
Prepare for
that he played
battle.
offlane, I think.
Oh,
Actually,
Mind
no, he was playing number 1 position in GGNet. But Mind Control is the Darkseer.
Kuro support Juggernaut.
It's MMY, right?
Juggernaut! I guess. I mean,
it's the MMY play.
if you look at it, this team is insanely good with Healing Ward. So I guess you're like, oh man, I wish we had a Healing Ward, but we don't have a position open for a Juggernaut carry. I guess you get Juggernaut support. All right, this is gonna be this is gonna be cool.
This is all about the rotation kills, though. Like, we remember, because this happened at TI4. This happened at TI4 with the support Juggernaut pickup. And basically what had to happen was the Juggernaut had to
30
rotate. Normally it was
seconds
towards the
to
mid lane to try and find some kills. And you're just boots first and spin.
Yep.
You do as much early damage as possible, and then the rest of your heroes would do either the nuke or the control. And that's the way you found the kill. And they actually observe ward right on top of the Radiant Observer ward, instantly pinged out, and this will instantly be dewarded.
Yeah, Empire wouldn't have a chance in this game. I think they would actually just straight up lose in the draft if it
battle
wasn't for that
begins.
last big Ancient Apparition. It was so obvious.
Well, that would be
And it becomes even stronger when the Juggernaut is picked up after. So, I
if
guess
this was
we're
a
on
Juggernaut
for-
call, though, you maybe have a little bit more confidence, because then he might be able to like spin from a lot of the initial damage. Okay, here's that movement already. Like I said, like you have to buy boost first, and you rotate to kill off the mid. In this case, they're headed towards the top lane, and in this case, their smoke is broken by No Fear. The ping comes out. No Fear actually came down. G-Rex has the stun, but he's lost vision twice. He's tried to go for it. Now the magic missile gets thrown on Kuro. And the paralyzing cast, it's not close enough to the camp, so it's not going to bounce. Kuro's going to go into the spin, but that last attack from G-Rex, it may have just been the icing on the cake to allow Kuro. No, the salve! No Fear, but the Iron Shell's running straight towards him. They're going to pause it. No Fear Hero's in a world of pain at the moment. It's Juggernaut on one side. It's Iron Shell creep on the other. It's just death.
Even range creep attack is coming in.
Look at that thing right there.
Yeah.
You need to go freaking like Sith Lord kind of style. Stop where you are.
That'll bring by itself will bring him down to like 5 HP.
No, Fairy Fire! To the trees!
Joke him!
He's got the movement speed! Where's the boost?
Joke him!
No,
that's not the way to joke
he
him!
ran back in again!
Oh,
now Mind Control's going to go for more! They've pinted in Phonic with the paralyzing cast! It's going to be a double kill for Koro! And they're chasing down further with the surge! He body blocks in Aloha! Now he actually runs back up again! They've got a dire creep wave on their tail. The Iron Shell's burning down the wave. Support's on the way. No Fear can't reach him for the magic missile. And it will actually be a double kill for Team Liquid underneath the tier 1 tower after the pause of Team Empire.
What the hell? Now Fada's actually got a kill on Resolution.
With enough slurs.
Guaranteed almost. Resolution has to deny himself on Ancients, I think.
Oh, good luck.
Radiant's middle
Nope,
tower
I
is
gotta
under
get it.
attack.
And Kuro gets a part of the experience as well.
Okay, so the reason why the rotation had to work so well for the Juggernaut early on is, one, you had to get to level 2, so he could do what he didn't just do. Because what happened then was the fact you would pick up a healing ward, and then you'd jungle to level 3, and then you'd have your level 2 spin and you can take out big stacks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the reason why it changes is because of what he's just picked up.
Iron Talon is one hell of an item, so...
Which makes this support Juggernaut even more. How difficult is it to draft against Team Liquid when they keep doing shit like this?
Yeah,
You're
you should pretty much always assume that you don't have the late game against Liquid in some ways because they have so many cores.
It just seems to be their play. Like they just exploit how many resources you can get out of your own jungle.
Do you think he goes for like Blink Ags or something? Do you think he goes more like creating power to his ultimate than like true carry Juggernaut?
I don't know if he just looked to try and get some auras up and running. Like if the Ancient Apparition wasn't on the other side of the field, I'd say maybe even a Vladimir's offering might have been really nice for the team. But just because that AA is there, I think you're right. Like just that blink into an Omni Slash would be a really nice option. Yeah. We'll watch him. We'll watch him closely. But with these kills that happen up on top too, Mind Control's having the time of his life. Like he's in the sweetest position ever. He's got a level 2 Iron Shell and a level 2 Surge, which basically means that they can't really kill him.
Yeah. No, most definitely not. Ancient Apparition is terrible at zoning out Darkseer.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I hit him a couple of times, he just backs up behind the tower, regenerates, and then throws out another Iron Shell, and the creep wave presence is still there. And there's also like a high-level Iron Shell up against Aloha. Aloha may even... Like, does he even go directly into the Ring of Health now? And build into something like a Vanguard in this game? As the Spectre, just to try and stay alive?
You got me. I have no clue. I don't know what you do as a Spectre here in this game.
I think he needs at least the casual Ring of Health at the start. Like, he doesn't need the movement speed with the boots. Yet. Like, that can come a little bit later. But right now, I'm just worried about his survivability up against Mind Control. But Mind Control's backed up. He actually, because he went for the boots first, he hasn't got the Soul Ring yet. So he can't spam these Iron Shells at will.
Yeah, he'll sell a Fairy Fire or something for it now. Or, oh, no, wait.
And they've got to be pushing. Resolution, Fada. I can't get close enough. He also realized that he'd have to expend his 10 stick charges in order to get that Viper Strike off on Resolution, and it could have just been denied by No Fear, who was next to him. Notice Kuro's build. He went for the second level up. Okay, the charge in for Fada, he'll die. He went for a second point up in Healing Ward. Which actually leads me towards, like, again, looking towards something like the Vladimir's. That early aura presence just to force down lanes. Work with Matumberman's Bear and just push and push and push. Make sure every single tier 1 tower is down and remove the farming area of the Spectre.
Yeah, between Healing Ward, Mech, Vlad's, get some Arcanes in there, they would have just an amazing amount of sustain.
Yep. And, well, then again, maybe he could even go for his, like, his own Arcanes and Mech. I know that's kind of crazy to sound, but
Whoa,
then
Juggernaut?
you can make Fader into a more DPS style hero.
Well, that's fine, but mind control.
Oh yeah, mind control's gonna get the mech anyway.
Yeah, I forgot about that hero.
Yeah, you're right.
I understand what you're going for.
I'm just thinking also like the timing for the farm wise.
Yeah.
Like what is the sweet timing you want from Liquid? Well, here comes the charge again. Vorst. He's already level 6, so he's just nether striking back farther. The healing ward comes up, but it's a little too late. Kuro is going to look for... If he gets a crit here... No, he doesn't. Then now he's in trouble.
He's dead.
He's got no spin available. Kuro's going to feed himself. The healing ward regeneration isn't anywhere near enough. Very successful rotation here from Team Empire. But the surged up illusion with an iron shell is chasing after a Vorst, but Team Empire will get rid of it soon enough. Mind control, try and play silly buggers.
What is Jarek's doing?
Is he looking for the? He's looking for the kill on a Vorst.
Oh my god!
He's got paralyzing cask as well as
No
malediction.
way.
Yeah, way. It's gonna happen. Jirax, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Go, 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 son! Malediction. He needs 2 attacks, but actually no, with the fairy fire.
Oh no!
The malediction isn't gonna do enough anymore. Jirax may lose himself, lose his life, because it's how much HP you've lost. Oh, that was still a ballsy play to go for.
Oh, I mean, just imagine, like, he easily gets level 5 and probably some change out of that if he gets that kill. And obviously, he gets a good amount of gold. Like, everything looks so much better for Jarek if he gets a solo kill on a Spirit Breaker who's level 6.
Would have been a huge kill for him. We still have to keep our eyes on Matumberman. Now, he's level 8 and a third. He's finished up his Midas by 7 minutes. And he's still got a couple of other useful items on his bear as well as himself. He's sitting at almost 8k net worth on the board. And you start to think, now, with the healing ward, Matumberman can start taking out towers. There's a huge injection of gold coming in the way of Liquid. What does Spectre do here? Like, you got phase boots as well as Urn. Does Team Empire try and fight them? Can you hit level 6 on Funnick? It's probably going to be the bigger question before Team Liquid push. Because I'm seeing Kuro rotate over there with healing ward up. So they get the 8-minute rune and then go for more. Fada. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Reality. Fada's dead.
Yeah, so this answers your question, right? They rotate the Spectre in for a kill. This gives a little bit of solo time to Funnick at the top lane where you can get 6 a bit faster. I was just thinking, like, if they can find an excuse, any excuse, really, to rotate the Spectre in for a kill, that'll help get the level 6, and that'll help stop these pushes from Liquid.
Well, I don't know if it's actually going to help, because now Spectre can't come and fight up against Liquid. Like, if Vorst is going to charge in, and he doesn't have a TP scroll on him. In fact, he munches on the Tango as, well, okay, yeah, that's the thing. But they still just came in for the tower. If Witch Doctor dies, then Witch Doctor dies. You got non-Missile available here from Kuro. So a little bit of chip damage into a Vorst or Resolution may open up an opportunity, but they don't want to bring the tower within deny range, and that's just where they've kept it out of. 20 HP away from deny range. The Witch Doctor instantly comes back. They definitely want to finish this job. But what's Empire going to do? Commit multiple heroes? Resolution's out of mana. A Vorst can potentially just walk into this. Like, he spent all of his money before he comes down for this play. But he's going to attempt the deny. Look at the bear just go. They have to back a Vorst out though. A Vorst. Fortification by space. Bear does a loop-de-loop. In comes your Ice Blast, but Matumberman's already got the kill on the tower. So he gets what he's looking for. Big injection of money. And no denial of Empire.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Net worth-wise, Lone Druid is way far out ahead, but Team Empire are still looking good on their Spectre and Zeus. They just need to continue to get these global kills. And I think they're going to be able to deal with this Liquid strategy. Vorst just being a beast right now.
He's creating space.
Yeah, the global strat works really well with this Spirit Breaker like we were talking about before on the Legion Commander. Except for it's the Spirit Breaker facilitates kills.
Oh, we found Kuro. They found Kuro with the Ice Blast. There was no vision there. That was just that was a guess. And now the Omnislash will come out from Kuro, but with a low hard dance right behind him and the 70% bash, bouncing through the spin. Kuro, he's still not dead yet. The healing ward's restoration is enough. It's a level 3. And now finally they get rid of the healing ward. They'll charge in. And Matubman as well as T-Rex, they're just too slow. Okay. Yeah, Savage Roar's a thing. Pavost and a first hit entangle on the back of it.
He's still got charge and Fairy Fire. He might be able to get out. Oh,
Fada.
the right click.
He's
Cross
gonna
the skin. Fairy Fire. Oh, he needed a Fairy Fire. He would have lived. If he'd Fairy Fired before he charged, I think he lives there. Or if he charges bottom lane instead of going through middle. Man, that was rough.
Vorso still did his job. Like, he's still creating space across the map. And this is something which we've seen from Team Empire. Sometimes it doesn't have to make sense. With Team Empire, it's just what happens. Horvorce just goes in, and everyone else gets kills. Like, they give him early levels, so he's tanky enough that Team Liquid would have to commit a large amount of abilities onto him. But the end result is still going to be the same. Team Empire #1 position remains unkilled. The Zeus is finding more and more pickups, even if Resolution did die once. They're still finding these kills. And they're having guess Ice Blast. They're assuming Mind Control is farming up that camp. The charge is coming into middle on top of Fada. Havorce does have the ulti. Resolution, okay, he doesn't actually have enough damage to kill off the Viper.
Yeah, with maxed out corrosive skin, Havorce as well as Zeus's damage is pretty heavily mitigated because the bash is magical. So that means both if he gets lucky with his Greater Bash, it means when he charges in, as well as Nether Strike. Those are all magical bashes that come into play. Uh-oh, Funnick.
Bad needs a tangle. 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits. Okay, it doesn't need a tangle.
They got the charge though. This is not worth the trade.
Oh wait, they're pushing back. The Ice Blast connected. Okay, no, they're not. There's another strike available.
Once that Nether Strike locks on, you can't let it go.
And they need the Lone Druid because Kuro, he just planted down his healing ward. So it looks like they're trying to do enough damage to kill off the tier 1 tower. So again, you lose one hero, you take a tower. But Kuro needs to actually spin this wave to get rid of it because they don't have the Lone Druid's survivability. But Empire are ready for this. They run in with Aloha Dance. They're focusing on Kuro, who has that ulti still up. Aloha getting hit by the Viper Strike, making it a little bit more, risky to go in.
They're not on the same page on that one. No, Fear just fed.
Is he dead? He should be dead, right? Fada gets that last attack in, and tick, boom. The Ice Blast flies forward. But there's no one low enough to actually die. Now Liquid can actually bring Lone Druid to the mid lane, and they can take that tower. There's no Spectral Haunt, there's no Ice Blast for a bit. There's no Nether Strike.
See, overall, this is still into the favor of Liquid, but they do have a tower advantage and a jungler.
I still say it's their advantage because the Lone Druid and the pushing timing still hasn't been stopped by Empire. Like, Empire's getting to a better position where they can defend against the push from Team Liquid. But Team Liquid still are on their timing.
I think Empire almost need to hunt down the Lone Druid with this next timing of the Spectre ultimate, because they have the Zeus ultimate ready to go.
Gold for me.
Even just a charge and a full committal from the Spectre and Zeus. Because if they can shut down Matumba Man's timing on that relic a little bit more, I'll feel really confident about Empire's win.
But if they don't, then this push is going to be real for Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's just the Radiance will come online a bit too fast.
How do you even slow down the timing? Like, when Team Liquid are able to, like you look for one pick or you look for a distraction play and then take out a building, you're funneling so much money into that Lone Druid. That's why I thought he was going to instantly go to the mid lane, because then it's the injection of money, go farm the jungle for a minute, and you got Radiant, you got Relic. And probably halfway through your Radiance with 1 minute of farming.
Dire's top tower is under
But now they're
attack.
just being held at bay.
I don't know, it's really tough to push into Zeus with an Ancient Apparition as well. This is smart though. The smoke up, they're going to go into the jungle, see if they can catch the Lone Druid.
He's down on bottom lane, but Matubama's not showing himself for now. He'll send his bear over.
Dire's middle
He's
tower
actually keeping
is
it
under
close
attack.
enough that he would break a smoke.
Yeah, that he would see a rotation, and then if he puts himself like a little bit farther north, if he breaks his smoke and then his bear sees it.
They just switched the lane now.
Yeah, that was great. That was great awareness from Matumba Man.
And now he gets to play the top lane. Like, the Darkseer Iron Shell is still pushing the lane out a little bit more. In fact, he moves over the side because he's 100 gold away. So once he just takes this little camp here and maybe just a couple more creeps in the lane, he can just send the bear down and pick up the relic without any kind of real delay. As he actually he's just going to send the courier up instead. And they take the top tower.
Dire's top tower.
So you
4.2K.
were right about the arcanes, by the way. I'm not sure if you noticed that. Or if you said
I did, but I wasn't going to gloat.
Well done, Toby. Arcanes
Happy
on
landing!
Arcanes on Juggernaut. And now he's got the drums. So they got mana for
Dire's
days.
middle tower is under
Until
attack.
that kind of stuff happens, and then they don't have the power for days. Father also doesn't want to bring this tower within deny range, so he's going to back up. But Matubberman's just, like, with this pressure being applied to tier 1 tower mid, like, Empire, like, your reflex has got to be, I need to defend this lane, right? But then you're giving space to a lone druid to finish up his critical item, and you're not ganking him up. You're not stopping him from hitting that
I think
time.
mid tower is too important to give up for free. Well, they're
No
not
fears
doing
waiting for the
either.
denial. Mistiming again.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Vorst was coming, but he pulled out. Matumba's now at 1,000 gold on that lone druid. So this is that small little bit of space, which is why I still have more confidence in the Team Liquid lineup, because I'm not seeing Empire having the ability to stop it. Like, they need a Vorst to have vision. But their observe was they placed after, like, that smoke gank on bottom lane that didn't work with the lone druid. But Tubberman moved to where Empire have no vision. They have no setup. So they smoke again into the Radiant jungle. And Team Liquid appear to be very much ready for them.
I mean, whoever they run to, it's a guaranteed kill on that one hero, but everyone else from Liquid will just steamroll that three-man smoke.
And now it's Liquid's turn to smoke. I don't know if that... No, they weren't in range of that Dire Observer ward. So Team Empire should not be
Dire's
aware of
middle
this.
tower is under attack.
And they're already just... They're putting a Vorst on the front lines. They show resolution
Radiant's bottom
by going for
tower
that
is under attack.
that lightning. But walking through... Okay, yep, now they realize something's up. They actually surge in the Witch Doctor looking for the stun. They're going to find Funnick out of position as well as a Vorst. He's entangled, but charge is available. So a Vorst just charges himself away.
Ooh, big mistake. They split their damage way too much. Jerix casts one of them,
Dire's middle
Fada
tower
goes on
is under
another,
attack.
and then some of the rest of the team goes for a host.
And then you get 3 heroes hit by the Ice Blast. Just to slow it down. It's a level 1 Ice Blast, but it's just a slower.
Radiant's top tower.
Your healing ward's going to repair most of this, and now they take the tier 2.
Dire's bottom
Jirax
tower
should be
is
careful.
under attack.
But there's no Thunder God's Wrath.
Dire's structures
That was
are
such a huge
fortified.
opportunity too, because the damage output from
Dire's
Zeus
bottom tower is
was
under
heavily
attack.
negated by the fact that that level 2 ultimate of his, it didn't hit
Radiant's
anyone
top
because of the
tower
smoke,
is under
obviously.
attack.
Gonna finish the job, boys.
wow.
He actually...
Yeah, he just straight up died. No
Oh,
Fear's
no.
dead as well.
Kuro's got ulti!
Yeah,
Like,
he's
gonna...
still got
wait,
Funnick.
wait!
Where's he going?
I don't know!
He wants to Omni Slash Host, I guess.
Well, he's gonna get his wish. Hey, remember me? We played together once. They're going for the GG push already. 19 minutes in. This is what Empire's been doing to other teams. The early aggression and just push. So now it's 19 minutes in. Vorst's going to charge onto Jirax. He's still got his Death Ward. He'll see a Vorst coming in. Doesn't instantly throw out the stun of 70%, but the back of the wall! That is the reason why Mind Control is a fantastic Darkseer player for that exact moment. The Ice Blast will fly in. Jirax almost getting body blocked by the bear into that. But they're just regenerating up quickly. The Spirit Breaker with a dive back onto her Vorst. The bear just keeps burning through Resolution, and it gets an Entangle too. Resolution desperately struggling to get that ulti off. He can't do it, however. This will be a bottom lane of frags, 20 minutes in. Force buybacks on Empire cores. Spectre's the only one with a buyback at the moment.
Dire's bottom barracks.
But this damage, they're going for more. And a first hit Entangle! Oh, I know, but there's a serious level of OS frog right now. This bear, just get him out.
Yeah, but Tumberman's definitely got to get out of there. He's sticking around a bit too long.
He's got 3k gold now. Like, wow, okay. He could have actually finished up Greaves,
Yeah.
but he decides to go for the glory kills.
Well, I would say that a lot of this came down to Team Liquid's awareness. When they dodged those 2 different smoke ganks, I think it actually single-handedly secured the game for them. Because they just needed, like, Empire just needed a little bit ground to start their run, you know? So if they'd gotten that pick off initially on Matumba Man with that 3-man smoke to bottom, they slow down the Relic, they get another kill for the Spectre, they take that tier 1 tower because they just killed a hero. You know, they could just start flowing from there, and they could actually potentially have a Radiance about the same time on the Spectre as it was for the Druid. But
Phoenix dead. Fear's going to swap him out, but at the same time, with the vac back, they end up losing both of the supports of Team Empire. And it may be staring down that moment to almost call it. There'll only be one last attempt here from Team Empire to defend, but if they lose this mid-rack, yeah, there's no tier 4 towers, there's no, sorry, the tier 2 towers still up on the top lane, but they can just attack through into the tier 4 towers, or they can just do this. Slash, dice, and resolution. He's down for the count. You will lose Jirax, but again, a perfect back wall by Mind Control. You'll go through her Force, Witch Doctor will buy back, so will the Spectre, but as GG, Team Empire in 22 minutes of loss, game number 1 of this 2-game series. This is not as close as I thought this game would be. Our last series was actually closer than I thought this game was going to be.
yeah, Team Empire, Jesus. Got steamrolled by this strategy. Teams are going to start learning, though, in the drafting process that that in some ways, Liquid is just going to outgreed you. Now, they won in 22 minutes, so people are going to be like, what do you mean outgreed? Their laning phase is always going to be weak if they have a dedicated jungler like that. And it's happened every single time. People got to start putting more laning phase pressure on Liquid.
Mm-hmm. But how do you do that without going for an early push lineup? Because that's pretty much it. Like, Liquid are hitting this,
go for an aggro, like, dual lane or tri-lane or something like this? I'm not sure.
It sounds like it could work, but then you also have something like a Juggernaut who wanted to fight early on, like that early smoke movement. Like, he wanted to get right up in the thick of it with Spin, because Spin level 1 damage is unbelievable. So it seems like they always have this draft, apart from the Lifestealer. The Lifestealer definitely doesn't have his presence early on. Like, he needs his level 6, but... Alright, Team Liquid, they're just... They're definitely making their future games and drafting a lot easier by doing things like this, because there's so many other side heroes that you're going to ban out against Team Liquid when they do strats like this that you're worried you're going to get cheesed, you're going to get worked out. But yeah, let's take a break, guys. We've got our last game of the night coming up.